There was a lot of talk about beans earlier, Branston and Hines, but Celtic could set to be dining on caviar as a second bid from Atlanta's come in for Matt O'Reilly, and it's only worth 17 to 18 million euros. Welcome back to Fog Football.
Yeah, 18, 17 million euros. It's not exactly beans and toast, but it's not exactly the amount that Celtic wanted for Matt O'Reilly either, and I believe that this will be quickly rejected. I don't think Celtic are going to consider this. They've already said that they want to break the record. They're looking for at least 30 million. I mean, I think they would maybe sell for less, but not this much less. We're talking, this is almost half what Celtic want. I think this is just a testing the waters.
Testing the waters. Well,
dipping the foot in.
They've already dipped their foot in, though. Is this dipping the other foot in?
Could be, aye. Next bid could be jumping in both feet.
Right, before we actually get to what we think its value is, Celtic want more, as the club sources confirm, but negotiations are underway to make it happen. So clearly, Atalanta think they can get a deal done. Celtic think that Atalanta can get a deal done, right? So will it happen? Well, let's talk about it. Kieran Tierney, 25 million. Jota, 25 million. Whatever you want to call it. So as we're talking here about Matt O'Reilly, let's put our tinted specs to one side. Yours maroon, mine blue. How much is Matt O'Reilly worth? Talking of blue, that was mince. But,
how much is Matt O'Reilly worth? I mean, it's tough to say. You're only as good as the league you play in, aren't you, at the end of the day? I mean, truly. I mean, is he an exceptional talent? Is he better than Kieran Tierney? Honestly, I don't think so. When Kieran Tierney was leaving Celtic, I genuinely thought he could go and play in a top team. I thought he could go to Arsenal, be the number one left back, and not look out of place in a team trying to fight for the league title. I don't know if I feel the same about Matt O'Reilly. I don't know if you can put Matt O'Reilly in a top Premier League title contending team. I don't know if you can put him in the midfield. And
could you not argue that it's the exact same with Tierney, though? As soon as Arsenal get to the top of the Premier League, he's nowhere there.
Yeah, but I don't think that's not Tierney not having the quality. I just think that's Arteta being a dick.
Well, maybe it's just his preference. I don't know if it...
No, I think... hold on. You saying Zinchenko's better than Tierney?
I'm not saying I think Tierney's better. I think Zinchenko's actually cost Arsenal the past couple of years.
Anyway, back to my point. I think O'Reilly's good. I just don't know how good. And it's not often players leave the Scottish Premiership and go straight to the top teams. Normally, you have to go to like a mid-table, bottom half Premier League team and then prove yourself before you get that big move.
Yeah.
Which we've seen with Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, right. So what I think, when Tierney was about to leave Celtic, there was a lot of hype around, like, this guy's on the verge of world class if he gets the right move. I rate O'Reilly, but I also feel like it's easier maybe to fit into a team as a left back, because you always hear a left back's just a failed left mid or he's a failed centre back, and the same with the right back position. Is it not easier to fit into a team if you're a full back compared to a midfielder? Would you agree with that?
No, because there's less positions. Only there's one left back position.
Fair enough.
There's normally at least a few midfield positions, so I think you actually need to be better.
You need to be better?
To be a left, aye.
I'm going to disagree with that. I don't think a left back's as pivotal to a team as a midfielder. But anyway, right, 25 million Tierney went for. I am going to put on Matt O'Reilly's head.
Hold on. If a team plays with three central midfielders, you could get into that team by being the weakest of the three. Teams only play with one left back.
Yeah, but there's more midfielders in a team.
True, but there's only one left back that plays.
True, but Zinchenko's not better than Tierney, is he? That's your wee logic at the one day. Is it? I'm not too sure, but I'm putting 27.5 million on Matt O'Reilly's head.
So you think he's worth more than Kieran Tierney?
Yes. I'm a fair man. I don't think he's worth 40. I don't think he's worth 50 million.
I mean,
I'm looking at our league, right? I'm not looking at... If this guy was doing this for fucking Chelsea, man, they'd probably get about 400 million for him.
The only way I would argue that he is worth more than Tierney is if you want to maybe make a claim that inflation.
Well, yeah, I'm factoring all that in. I'm factoring the fact that he's got a lot of goal contributions, which Tierney never had because he's a left back.
Yeah, but of course you wouldn't expect him to have that. I mean, Matt O'Reilly...
Yeah, but midfielders and strikers and wingers are more valuable than defenders.
Yeah, but I just don't think he's as good as Kieran Tierney. Matt O'Reilly is the most advanced midfielder Celtic have when he plays, so you would expect him to be the one that gets the majority of the goals and assists in midfield. I don't think the guy's as good as Kieran Tierney, but
Neither do I, but I think he's worth more.
attacking players that do contribute more to goals and assists do tend to get higher price value as well. You agree with that or not? I think, well, I mean, you have to agree with it because it's true, but whether you think that should be the case or not, must I think he's worth, I think he's worth about the same as Tierney for the fact that the further up the field you go, the more you tend to be valued at. Like,
Yeah.
normally, like, plus I think the more central you play as well. I'm not going to say wingers have never went for big money, but I think the further up you play up the pitch and the more central you play, you tend to go for more.
No, I agree.
Like when you actually look at teams, probably the cheapest positions to assemble are the fullbacks.
Yeah, well, they are.
Fullbacks tend to be cheaper than centre backs.
But again, let me just say this, right? It's all right, me and him discussing what he's worth. What are Celtic actually going to accept? Are Celtic going to view this as shit? If we keep rejecting bids, maybe we won't be able to get rid of him. But you look at Rangers and the state they're in. Celtic do not need to sell O'Reilly. They don't.
All right, but here's another thing. Didn't we just see Brighton get offered 8 million for Billy Gilmore?
Yeah,
And he's playing in the Premier League. So
I actually think it's a fucking disgrace.
And Billy Gilmore has proven how good of a player he is in the Premier League. And I'm not saying Matt O'Reilly isn't good, but again, he's doing it in Scottish football. He's never really stood out in the European games in the Champions League to me. Is Matt O'Reilly, based on what Brighton got offered, is Matt O'Reilly worth 3 times more than Billy Gilmore? I don't think so.
I think that just sums up though another way how Rangers have failed, man, letting Billy Gilmore go. But I think an 8 million bid for him's a joke. I said that in that fed. I mean, he went to Brighton for 12, but that's Napoli. The Italian team's bid low. I think proven here by Atalanta.
So what is 17, 18 million euros? That would be about 16 million.
No, less than that.
Well, hold on. Has the euro just been decimated in the past fucking 24 hours?
I'd say so. Well, when was the last time you checked?
When was the last time you checked? There's no way.
I checked with my monetisation.
There's no way 18 million euros is less than 15 million pounds. Not a chance.
You sure about that?
I'd be betting big money on that. I'd be betting Rangers transfer funds on that.
All right, let's see then. Well, this'll. No, not Indian rupees, man. Jesus Christ! I want
Rupees.
I want pounds. There you go.
There you
It's
go.
just scrapes 15
See,
million.
I was right. I was almost on the fucking money.
I was going to say about 13 and a half, but
Well, you're wrong. Unlucky. Anyway, I'd say we're getting close to his worth. I don't think they're a million miles off.
yeah. So
I'd say he's worth somewhere. I'd say about 20 odd million.
But if they double the euros, it means you get 30 million quid for him. So they need to bid about what? 30 million euros to get him up to 25 million pounds.
I think that's fair.
But I think there's too much of a gap. You're looking at a 12 million euro increase just to get him over the line. I think Celtic will accept a low enough bid, maybe a bit more than this, but with a sell-on fee or something.
Yeah, well, selling fees, that's how you can make his money. Because if Matt O'Reilly goes to Atlanta and he continues to deliver the sort of numbers he's delivering at Celtic, there's no reason why in a few years' time Matt O'Reilly will not be getting sold from Atlanta for maybe 50, 60, 70 million. And if that is the case, if you get a really good sell-on deal, like Celtic currently have with Jeremy Frimpong, then you can be in the money.
Yeah.
I think Celtic have like a 33% sell-on of, and it's not even profit, it's just of the sell-on fee for Jeremy Frimpong. So that's how you make your money. You know, sometimes you need to be realistic and just be patient and bide your time. Maybe clubs won't be willing to pay up front the transfer fee, but you can always get that money back via the sell-ons.
No, absolutely. But will this deal go through? Will he go to Atalanta? I mean, Southampton are still interested in him. Is he above Southampton? I mean, why would you choose Southampton over Atalanta, man? Champions League football. Big Italian club over a Diddy club on the south coast. I mean, I guess it worked all right for Van Dijk. But anyway, we're back with more. Coming soon on Fog Football. Got a big couple of weeks ahead of us. Some teams are in meltdowns compared to other teams. But yeah, transfers, are they beginning to pick up in your opinion, or are they still a bit shite?
There's still not much happening, is there,
There
really?
still is not much happening, guys. But anyway, till next time, leave your thoughts down below. And peace.